All right, here we are. Impact and Influence Radio right here on Opera. And today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, we have a very, very special episode. Oh my goodness. It has been 10 years.
Absolutely.
10 years. And so we've got Mr. Chuck Small from Freedom Equity Group. And this goes back to the Cherry Frame days.
Yes, it does.
And holy smokes. Wow. How in the heck are you, man?
I'm doing great.
And you look great.
I look great, feel great, and life is really good.
And again, it's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years, but I don't feel that it's been that long. But time just goes by. I was surprised when you said it's been 10 years.
2016 was when we were working with Cherry.
Wow.
And then we launched her show, Women's Wealth Warrior, if you remember that.
Man.
We launched her show in about 2017, maybe?
Yeah, well, it all makes sense. It comes back now. And the fact of the matter is that you even came to our office, our Christmas party.
I played music at your Christmas party.
You played an instrument. I don't remember what
Guitar.
it was. A guitar.
It was a sparkle red Fender Telecaster that I bought just for that event. And it played like hell. It was horrible. I think I returned it after that event.
Okay.
It was not the string. Yeah, it was not a great guitar, but I needed something specific, and I remember I played Silent Night, and I played I think some Lincoln Brewster Miraculum and a couple of other things. Yeah, we played some Christmas carols, and
I know we had fun.
It was a blast.
It was a blast. It was in our office, and Christmas party 2017. Apparently, that's what it was.
And I remember something specifically that at the time really bruised my ego. So here I am, number one FM radio in Sacramento, on 105.5. I got my trophy. I'm number one. I'm, here I am. And you come in and you're like, I want to introduce you to Quinn. He's got a great podcast. And I went, oh, Lord have mercy. But the funny thing is here we are all these years later. And that's essentially what it is. I still call it a radio show because it still bruises the ego when you've been in it so long and you call it a podcast. But I'll never forget that. I'm never going to forgive you for that either.
Thank you very much.
No, awesome. I love it. And I love the fact that you're still here and you're still doing the same thing. And that's what we're going to be learning about today.
Yeah.
And awesome. And let me tell you something. Your policies saved my wife and I's behind in COVID.
Really?
And so we both had IULs.
Yes.
And the money stopped. And we ended up selling back the policies. And they gave us a considerable amount of money for those policies that helped us get through COVID.
Well, that's how Walt Disney got started with Disneyland, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. He was turned down by many banks, and he took money out of his life insurance policy and started Disneyland as we know it today. There have been many ventures like that started from people taking income out of their policies because they have access to it at any time.
It saved our behinds because we didn't know what the hell we were going to do. All of a sudden, it was just like, you can't go to work. You can't have people on the radio show. What happens, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what you're all about, is helping people and protecting people.
Absolutely.
And you're still doing it.
And still doing it and enjoying it. That's why I'm still here. I could have been retired years ago. Mm-hmm. But I have to do something. I don't have many hobbies. I don't even golf. Mm-hmm. People ask me, you've been in this business all these years, and you still don't golf?
I don't golf.
I don't either.
I don't like to move.
It's no fun to me. So
I like watching golf.
I do too. Mm-hmm. But I do this because I love doing it. I like mentoring people, like my good friend here, Theo, behind me. bring a person in who knows nothing about the business and see them progress and,
Oh, yeah.
and learn the business.
Not only that, though, look at what it does for their lives, and look at what it does for our lives. You know, the thing about what I love about what I do is, you know, Cherry's no longer in the equation. She's retired and moved
Correct.
on with life. She's
Yes.
living in Oklahoma.
Right.
God bless that beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yes.
And yet here we are reconnecting, and now we're friends.
Going full circle.
Isn't that beautiful?
I mean,
I love it.
when you walked in the door at my office during that Christmas party, I had no idea that 10 years later we'd be sitting here
Doing this.
doing this on a mic.
It's incredible. All right. So who is Mr. Chuck Small? Who are you, brother?
Well, born and raised in Philadelphia. Went to Penn State for a year. Took pre-med. Realized it's not really my dream. It's my mother's. And so, much to the chagrin of my family, I joined the Air Force, and thought I'd go in for 4 years and find out what I wanted to do. And lo and behold, 24 years later, I decided, wow, they're going to kick me out in 6 years, so I better find something else to do. And someone invited me to come to a meeting and take a look at the insurance industry. And I thought, man, here's a chance for me to be my own boss, full autonomy of my time. And so I was part-time while I was still in the Air Force for almost 2 years, and then I got out and never looked back. And I still love doing it because of what we provide for families.
How long have you been doing it now?
I'm telling on myself now. So it's about 40 years I've been doing this business.
It's incredible.
It is incredible.
It is incredible. Almost as long as I've been alive.
I know.
That is insane.
I know. I've been very fortunate, you know. The good Lord's spared me. I've had my challenges health-wise, but I'm doing great, and I feel great and have energy and still have a half brain, so I can still do this.
Yeah. Now, what is it that you actually do?
Well, I mentor new people coming into business, and we have a product that we're very proud of. It's fairly new to this country. It's called Living Benefits Life Insurance. It's been around in 53 countries for the past 30 plus years. It was introduced and approved in the United States in 2007.
Okay.
But it's really haven't taken root. And so it's got a slow start. And people ask, why would an insurance company allow you to access your death benefit without dying? But
I just told you it saved our behinds when we needed it.
You took the cash out and used that.
We sold it back to them, basically.
You did,
Yeah.
but you didn't access the death benefit.
Correct.
Fortunately, because to do that, you'd have to have a serious health issue. So, but it does both things. It actually does three things. Obviously, you die. Okay, your family's taken care of. You get sick along the way with a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, then you can access that death benefit without dying at no extra cost. But finally, most people live to retirement age, and the beauty of these programs is the fact that the money comes to you tax-free when they're properly constructed.
Because it's a loan.
It's a loan from the life insurance company. It's like you go to a bank, you get a loan to buy a car. You don't pay the government any taxes on that.
Correct. And see, people don't quite understand that element of it, and they look at it like it's predatory. If you don't understand anything is predatory. You have to understand what it is.
Right.
But once you understand the numbers, if you look at the numbers, I'm a numbers guy.
Okay.
When you look at the numbers, when I looked at your policy and I said, okay, it's going to do this, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. If I keep this for essentially, I think we had a $100,000 life insurance policy. Okay. So I knew that if something were to happen to me or my wife, we get $100,000, right? So
Right
immediately we're in the black, right?
Exactly.
Because I'm going to get $100,000,
Right.
or my wife is. This on the situation. The other side of it, though, is that you have that growth factor, right? And so
Yes.
it's growing over time, and if you need to pull money from it or borrow from it, you can. You never actually lose any money at all.
Never.
And then the argument is, oh, well, you're going to pay interest on the back end of that. Well, yes. Or you're going to pay taxes. You have a choice.
Yeah. In fact, you're paying, if you don't pay it back, it comes off the death benefit.
Correct.
That's how you pay it off.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Why are you so passionate about this product? Why are you so passionate, still running this business after all these years?
Okay. To explain a little bit, most life insurance policies, and in my opinion, I'd say 90% of all insurance sold out there, someone has to die for a benefit to happen. But with living benefits life insurance, in this country, every year, 6 million people come down with a heart attack, stroke, or cancer. And with these policies, if you had heart attack, stroke, cancer, liver failure, kidney failure, loss of sight, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, any of those serious head wound or serious burns, in that case, that's a critical illness. And that's a rider that comes with the policy at no extra cost. It would allow you to put a claim to your insurance company and access part of your death benefit without dying.
Yeah, and so that that protects you if you're a breadwinner. You're the one making the mortgage payment. Here's a great example. My goodness, did you see what happened in? I think that was in Washington State yesterday. The implosion, chemical plant, the paper plant implosion, and
yes,
and 9 people missing and killed 1. And so essentially, you've got this situation. How about all the people that were burned? I think there was like 36 people injured.
Yeah.
And so you can't go to work now, but you're the breadwinner. You have a mortgage payment, you have car payment, you got kids in soccer, all these different things.
Exactly.
And now you can actually pull, at least access the money that you need to make those payments and do what you need to do while you're in the hospital or recovering or trying to find work or trying to learn how to walk again or whatever.
Yeah. In fact, you mentioned that, and a good friend of mine who's the wife has 2 nephews that are missing from that very accident you're talking about.
It's horrible.
But with these policies, say, for instance, you're paying...
What are you doing over there, man? We're all in the zone.
The beauty is that this is digitized, so you don't have to worry about it.
It's so funny. It's so funny. All right, keep going.
So, let's say, for instance, you have a policy for $100,000, like you had, and you come down. Somebody has stage 2 cancer. Well, stage 2 will pay less than stage 4, but in many instances, you can get up to 90% of that death benefit. And if you get well, you don't pay it back. What happens is your life insurance death benefit decreases.
Correct.
And your premium decreases according to how much life insurance is left.
Correct.
But the rest of the money is in your checking account.
Correct.
And you can use that for whatever purpose.
Correct.
So,
yeah. And then when you do pass, you might not be getting a death benefit.
That's right, because you've got it already.
You've already
there.
got it.
Yes.
You already got it.
One more thing also.
Yes.
On the chronic side, people think chronic illness is, rheumatoid arthritis or that kind of thing, but it's not. It's if you cannot perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, such as feeding yourself, bathing yourself, walking, those type things, that also allows you to put a claim in and access part of your death benefit without
What percentage
dying.
is that? Any idea?
No, I don't, but I do know the highest reason people put a claim in is for cancer. Cancer is so devastating.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And lastly, terminal illness riders, whereby if doctor says you have less than 2 years to live, then allows you to put a claim in also. So critical, chronic, or terminal, either one of these will allow you to access your death benefit.
The kids just broke in this building here. Did you see the kids run by?
I saw the door. Wow.
Yeah, they're all out of school.
Yeah, okay.
And so they just run amok.
Yeah.
He probably went in here and his heart dropped. But this is what I love about this show is that, we could be all snooty pants and be like, oh my God, we ruined our recording. You know what, dude? This is real life.
Right.
This is real life.
Yep.
And if people don't want to listen, don't listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This type of plan that I'm talking about started in 1967.
Uh-huh.
when Dr. Marius Bernard and his brother Christian performed the first human-to-human heart transplant. And people, the operations were successful, but people had to go back to work much too early, and they had no safety net, and they were dying on their feet. And so Dr. Bernard went around the world talking to insurance companies, and that's where this living benefit life insurance came from. And so it saves families, because so many times the worst thing that's happened is you're sick on your back. You can't work and you can't pay your bills, and the creditors are calling.
I know.
And that saves families. It saves marriages. The whole
saves
thing.
marriages, saves
Yeah.
everything. But on the other side of it, you're trying to heal and get better, and you got everyone breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
You can't.
You can't.
You're stressing.
Yes.
All right. So Theo over here wanted to say something. What do we got?
I'm going to pass the mic to you, Theo.
Okay, so this is what I have to say about the mindset, the old mindset that an insurance policy is a bill or an expense. Actually, it's not. The new policies are actually an asset. I think you guys spoke to that earlier today about how you were able to take money out of there. So it's just like owning a home. You can take money out to buy a car. You can take money out to send folks to college. You can take money out to fix up your home.
It's not actually much different than an IRA or an annuity or some of these others.
Right.
You know, the money is still it's your money.
Your money.
It's your money. It's just put away, and then it's growing based on market conditions. As long as gas isn't $8 a gallon.
And you have access to it more easily than the latter.
Than the latter.
Yeah.
Now, do we want to? Was there something else you wanted to chime in?
No, that's it. I don't think people realize that.
So
That-
I want to
that's an
get you.
asset.
I want to get you scheduled. So before you get out of here, let's get you on the calendar to come back and have you do yours, because I want you to tell your story.
Okay, give me time to work on it.
All right, let's give Chuck his mic back.
All right. Okay. I'm back.
And so let's get you back here. And so, we talked about your history and so forth. What types of clients are you looking for?
Well, there's all types of insurance for various situations. A lot of folks think that the only kind of insurance out there is term. Well, term is for a period of time. It could be for 1 year all the way through 35 years.
It's a great tool for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the Index Universal Life is more geared toward a person that's going to retire or need that coverage permanently. But term insurance is just temporary. But there's a place for everything, And all of our policies, no matter what kind, does have the living benefit component with it. A lot of companies have term insurance, but they have no living benefit. Now, if you were to buy a mortgage policy, you buy a new home, you get mortgage insurance, that's a term policy that is going to pay your mortgage for the time frame that mortgage is in effect. However, you need a living benefit policy, because if that homeowner gets sick and can't work, that will continue making your payments. In fact, we were in Europe 2 years ago, and we were in Scotland, and our driver was taking us around and asked us what we did for a living, and he was talking about the same policies we have, and he was saying that 80% of the insurance that's paid out in Scotland is for the living benefit component rather than the death benefit.
Interesting.
And many times in many European countries, you can't get a mortgage unless you have that type of plan.
Very, very interesting. Okay, so I think the bottom line is this. People need to give you a call. They need to learn more. They need to give you a call and see how you guys can fit into their equation, into their life.
Yeah.
916-217-5316. 916-217-5316. Freedom Equity Group, Mr. Chuck Small.
Amen to that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything you want to add before we get out of here, man?
Well, just information is information. A lot of times people are paying premiums for the same death benefit that we can give them that exact same death benefit at similar costs. However, with the living benefit component included. So why would you pay something that you can get 3 times the value for the same money? So 916-217-5316. 5316.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
and
for
it is
having me.
so dang good to see you
Indeed.
again.
It's only
Oh
been
my
10
God.
10 years.
All right, well, I'll see you in 10 years.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to thank you I want to thank you guys for being here. Theo, I want to thank you as well, and of course, I want to get you scheduled on the show. And then, of course, I want to thank everybody for listening after all these years. The fact that we're talking about cherry frame right now is just a wild thing, man. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you much.